Although personal finance is unique to each individual, certain fundamental concepts remain universal, such as maintaining an emergency fund, taking advantage of employer contributions, and living within your means. The term, good with money, is frequently used to describe individuals who manage their finances effectively, though it is often used in a negative context to refer to those who overspend or fail to save. However, the definition of being good with money has evolved over time, given the prevalence of credit card debt, higher cost of living, and a shift toward a cashless society. Despite these challenges, there are still ways to achieve financial stability while maintaining a comfortable lifestyle. If you are engaging in certain behaviors, you are likely on the right track to being good with money. Here are 6 signs that you are managing your finances well. Number 1. You take advantage of your employer's retirement match. It is important to note that not investing enough to receive your employer's full retirement match is a huge financial mistake. This is because an employer match on your retirement contribution is essentially free money. Studies have shown that collectively, people are missing out on over $24 billion in employer matches. To ensure that you are not missing out, you should contribute enough money into your company's pre-tax retirement account, such as a 401k or 403b, to receive the company match. Most companies offer a match that is under 6%, with an average of only 2.7%. For example, if you make $40,000 per year, that's only about $41 per paycheck, if you're paid bi-weekly. If you cannot afford to contribute that amount, it is advisable to find other ways to cut back, so you can receive the free money you are entitled to. By contributing at least enough money to receive your employer's retirement match, you are demonstrating good financial management. Number 2. You have some emergency savings. It may come as a surprise, but 62% of Americans have savings of less than $1,000, and 21% do not have a savings account at all. There are several reasons for this trend. One reason is the changing landscape of banking. With minimal or no interest earned on savings accounts, some people believe that keeping their money at home is a better option. Furthermore, banks are imposing an array of fees such as low balance, overdraft, and account closure fees that disproportionately affect those with lower incomes, making it even more challenging for them to save. Young people, in particular, are grappling with unavoidable debt, including student loans and auto loans, as well as high living expenses, such as rent in expensive cities and the rising cost of food. This financial burden is not only affecting recent graduates, but also people across various age groups. Moreover, while the cost of living has increased significantly over the past 12 years, wages have not kept pace. Despite these challenges, having some emergency savings can be considered an indicator of being good with money in today's world. Number 3. You look for value in both purchases and investments. In our society, we often associate being smart with our money with buying things that are inexpensive. However, this can be a trap that leads us to purchase items that are of low quality and may not last long. This is why it's important to focus on value instead. Value is defined as getting the best quality for the lowest price. It's about making purchases that will provide the most benefit for us in the long run. Sometimes, this may mean spending more money up front for a higher quality item that will last us longer and save us money in the long run. For example, let's consider Michael's experience with purchasing work shoes. He bought 2 pairs of shoes for $50 each, thinking he was getting a great deal. However, both pairs only lasted him a total of 14 months. This works out to be approximately $7 per month on shoes. If he had purchased 1 pair of high-quality work shoes for just over $100, those shoes may have lasted him much longer and actually saved him money in the long run. The same concept applies to investments. We should be researching our options and investing in things that will provide us with a good return on investment over the long term. We should be looking for the best value, rather than just the cheapest option available. Being smart with our money means looking for value in the things we buy and the investments we make. It means considering the long-term value of an item, rather than just the short-term cost. Buying cheap isn't always the best way to save money, and we should be willing to invest in quality items that will last us a long time. By doing so, we'll be well on our way to being good with money. Number 4. You save cash for purchases instead of using debt. The average American household had a credit card debt of around $17,000 in 2023, indicating that acquiring credit is relatively easy these days. When facing a tight budget, individuals tend to put their expenses on credit cards, delaying payments to the next month with the hope of paying off the debt then. Unfortunately, this habit often leads to a debt snowball effect, where the debt continues to pile up. Some people even believe that supplementing their income with credit cards is the only way to survive once they have children, which can be a dangerous mindset. To avoid falling into debt, it is better to postpone purchases unless you have the money to pay for them. A general rule to follow is to sleep on a decision for a day before making a big purchase, even if you have the funds available. If you still wish to buy the item the next day, it must meet two requirements. First, you should be able to pay for it in cash, and second, it must add value to your life. The second point is crucial, because even if you have the money and decide to buy something impulsively, it may end up becoming a useless item that you'll dispose of later. If you are already saving cash for significant purchases rather than putting them on credit, you can consider yourself financially responsible. Number 5. You know when something is too good to be true. Deciding whether or not to spend money on something can be a difficult decision, especially when there are potential risks involved. Some people have a keen ability to spot scams and know when an opportunity sounds too good to be true, while others may struggle with this. The most important piece of advice when it comes to managing your money is to trust your instincts. If you feel uneasy or uncertain about a particular purchase or investment opportunity, take a step back and investigate further. Ask questions, read reviews, and seek advice from trusted sources. Often, when something appears to be too good to be true, it probably is. There is usually a catch or a hidden cost that is not immediately apparent. It is important to carefully evaluate the risks and potential rewards before making any decisions with your money. If you are uncertain about an investment or purchase, it may be wise to hold off until you have gathered more information. Take the time to research and make an informed decision, rather than rushing into something that could potentially cost you a lot of money. Ultimately, the ability to identify scams and avoid risky investments is a valuable skill when it comes to managing your money effectively. Those who are able to do so are more likely to make wise financial decisions and avoid costly mistakes. And number 6. You invest in things that appreciate in value. When it comes to managing your money, it's important to prioritize investments that will appreciate in value over time. This means avoiding purchases of tangible items, like cars and clothes, that will only decrease in value as time passes. For instance, buying a brand new car might seem like a good idea, but it will immediately depreciate in value as soon as you drive it off the lot. To minimize your losses, consider purchasing a low-mileage used car at a better value and paying with cash. On the other hand, investing in assets that appreciate in value, such as stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, and index funds, can help you grow your wealth over time. By focusing on putting your money into things that will increase in value, you can make more profitable and sustainable decisions for your financial future. Remember to be mindful of your spending habits and avoid frivolous purchases that will ultimately end up in the trash. Instead, opt for investments that will provide long-term value and security. That concludes today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it and found it valuable. If so, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you're new to the channel and would like to see more content like this. With that, I wish you a fantastic day and look forward to seeing you in the next one.